So one of the key functions of any information manager, especially a personal one, is managing contacts. You get given a lot of business cards perhaps, or you have a lot of phone numbers to remember, and Outlook has a great way of managing those contacts. So here in Outlook, I'm going to come down to the left. You can see I've got a contacts tab here, so I'm going to click on that. Now the way the contacts are presented is you can see here we have a list view. I might want to have a view that just highlights the phone numbers a little bit more. I might just want to have a card view, and this gives me a snapshot, but I might want to have a more in-depth business card view, and there we go. So at the moment I'm just going to keep it as a list view, and I'm now going to want to add a new contact. So I've just got a new business card. So I'm going to click on new contact, and I'm going to type the name of the person, Paul Aken. There we go. And he works for Acme Limited. Acme, if you weren't aware, stands for a company that makes everything. And he is a project manager. Paul actually is a Mr. And I'm also going to say that he has a qualification at the end of his name. He likes to put that there. So there we go. So as soon as I click that, you can see that now Outlook is going to try and store it as BSC. Paul Aken. Well, that's not quite right. We still want it to be stored as Aken, Paul. I can click on this drop down and it gives me a number of options, but none of them are still quite right. So I just need to tell Outlook a little bit more about how I've put this in. So I'm going to click on full name. You can see that it's put Paul as the first name, but it's put Aken as the middle name, and it's put BSC as the last name. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to replace that here. And in the suffix, I'm going to put BSC. It's not actually there at the moment, so I need to add it just by typing. Okay, and you can see that now Outlook has stored it correctly. Now I'm going to put in his email address. If I click on the display as, you can see it's automatically put this information in for me. But in fact, I don't want to do that. I actually want to display it as Paul Aken, and then I'm going to put work. The reason I've done that is that now I can also add a second email address. So if I come here, I can now put Paul's personal email address. Paul Aken, let's put that as. There we go. I also have the ability to put his company's web address here if I want to. Acme.com. You can see it's instantly got a blue and it's underlined. And let's put in some phone numbers. So let's put in a mobile number. There we go. So I'm also going to put in his business mailing address. And I have the ability to now to click map it. And that just allows me to put in any finite detail that I want to add. So there we go. Click OK. Excellent. And what's just happened is it's now loaded up a internet browser, and it's popped into there the address that we put in there via the Bing search engine. And you can see, here we go, there's the address. And straight from here I can press directions, I can send. Okay, so I'm just going to close that. So a lot of power just in adding a contact. Perhaps now if I want to add a photo, I can click on the photo here. It will load up an Explorer window. And you can see there's Paul right there, so I'm going to click OK. And there's Paul's photo. Of course, we mustn't forget to save the contact. So now we're just going to click Save and Close. And if we go to the business card view perhaps, and you can see there's Mr. Paul Aken. There's his business card there. And if I double click on it, I can edit any of the information that I want. There we go, adding a contact.